What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon, NBA DFS video. It is Wednesday. It is February 12th. We are back with another video. We have a 15-game slate. Every single team plays today. We have a 4 or 5 game slate tomorrow, and then we have the All-Star break. So I wanted to bring this to you. I tried something different in yesterday's video since we only had 4 games, but it didn't seem like a ton of people loved it. Whether or not we broke down the game, how we did it. Some people like the fantasy points and projections after early simulation. So I need some more feedback, but we'll go back to the normal way we normally do it. The article that you see on the screen will have with some other plays as well. So if you've never been here before, we do have giveaways every single day. 2 giveaways possibly every single day. Here's how to win. Like this video, be a subscriber to the channel, and you gotta leave a comment on this video for the comment picker to pick you up. 50 likes on this video, you have a chance to win a free week of FTA Plus. That is a week of NBA, tomorrow's PGA, Saturday is MMA, Sunday is NASCAR. And then obviously we will have baseball moving on to the forward of that as well. If this video gets 100 likes, you'll have a chance at a free month of FTA Plus, which is a $30 value. 150 likes, a free year, which is usually $200. 200 or more likes on this video, a chance at a $500 lifetime pass. So if you watch this video, just give it a like. If you could watch the entirety of the video a couple of times for that algorithm help, that would be awesome as well. Second way to win, somewhere in this video there'll be a keyword or key phrase. Listen for it, type it in. Now we're going to see who the 2 winners are from yesterday. We're going to roll this here for a free week. Even if the keyword is in this, we will still re-roll it. So there you go, Rick Stanfield. Congratulations. Please email me, dfshelp1@gmail.com. That's dfshelp, the number 1 at gmail.com. Let me know what your username is on the site, and we will get you set up for your free week. Now, the keyword yesterday was baseball, so we're still going to re-roll it, and we're going to see if you have a chance to win here. New beggings. Congratulations. All I need you to do is email me. Let me know your username, email, and password, and we will get you set up for your free week. So congratulations to both of you. So what we do here is, I've already ran 10,000 simulations. We are going to give you 3 top, 3 mid, and 3 value picks at each position with fantasy points. So our projections. These are early. We have every single team playing. We have a ton of questionable game time decision type people. Value will open up throughout the day. So that is why I tell you, come to FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, go to the NBA tab, and go down from Vegas odds all the way down to the cheat sheet. We've got projections and simulations. We've got chalk. We've got it all for you to hopefully make you a better DFS player. And if you do become a better DFS player, that is awesome. We've had a lot of people tip us. We've had a lot of people sign up to FTA Plus. So in that instance, come and show your wins over in our free Discord down below as well. So at the end of the video, we'll also build a DraftKings lineup, a FanDuel lineup, and a Yahoo lineup for you. So I'm very excited to be able to bring you some of our favorite plays at each position. Now, we're going to start off. So here's the strategy behind how we do it. We look at early simulations and stuff like that. So we give you 3 top plays at each position. The mid-tier plays, I'm looking at, on DraftKings at least, about 8K or below. And then our value plays normally are right around the 5K mark, and at least, hopefully, in a nice world, 6 to 6.5 times value. You're not going to get that every day, but that's what we're going to try to do. And then right at the end, I'm going to try something new and give you like the top 5 overall value plays. Now, the value plays will change throughout the day, but currently at 9:30 in the morning, these will be the value plays that we see. So that is why I'll tell you, check everything else out later on. So just looking at and remember, a lot of these players are playing the second game of a back-to-back. We had some teams yesterday. This is a second game of a back-to-back. So pay attention to that, because then you want to look into the game logs. You want to see how they do on the second game. And that might show some of these questionable guys that are going to be in or out. So looking at the top of point guard, we've got Cade Cunningham right around 52 to 55 fantasy points. SGA right around 50 to 55 as well. Damian Lillard, I do like with Giannis being out. Lillard about 49 to 52 fantasy points. Get into the mid-tier here at the point guard position. Depending on where we're at, I'm looking at Jordan Poole against Indy, about 35 to 38. Anthony Simons, about 35 to 38. And Derek White, about 33 to 35 fantasy points. And then some value. Depending on if they're going to play, I do not mind Jordan Goodwin against Utah, 25-ish fantasy points. Keon Johnson, 24 to 26. Tyus Jones, 24 to 26 as well. Now, so many players are in or out or questionable. You will see a ton of these guys. So value should open up throughout the day. That is kind of what we'll tell you. For whatever reason, there's 15 games on FanDuel. There's 15 games on Yahoo and only 14 on DraftKings. I don't know why the sites cannot contain the same things. And it's kind of annoying, but whatever. So looking at shooting guard, we've got Anthony Edwards, who apparently is having another kid. Probably needs to send a video, if you know what that means. Keyword of the day, key phrase of the day is send a video. And if you don't know what that is, Google Anthony Edwards send a video, and you will see. But anyway, not that I condone or don't condone. That's the keyword. We're trying to have a little bit of fun before the All-Star break. Not the kind of fun Anthony had. Anthony Edwards looking about 47 to 52 fantasy point range against Milwaukee. He does have the questionable tag, but we'll see if he plays. We've got Devin Booker against Houston, about 44 to 48 fantasy points. Donovan Mitchell against Toronto, 41 to 44 fantasy points as well. Mid-tier looking here. Kobe White against Detroit, about 32 to 35. Christian Braun, about 32 to 35. And Peyton Pritchard, about 31 to 34 fantasy points. They've really bumped up Pritchard's price in the past few weeks. Then we get down here to some value. So right around the 5K mark or below is what we're looking at. So I'm looking at Nick Smith Jr., about 27 to 32. Grady Dick, about 26 to 28. Cameron Payne at 3,300, right around 26 to 28 fantasy points. That value is huge, probably one of the biggest value plays as of right now. But again, it's only 9:30 a.m., so a lot can change throughout the day, especially with so many players in this player pool. You want to narrow it down, and we'll narrow it down to some of the games after we get through these projections. So looking at small forward, I do have Jason Tatum right around 48 to 52 fantasy point range, which basically is not enough at his price, and he really has let us down almost all year. There's been a couple of games we've used that he's done really well, but outside of that, he's really underperformed to his value, that we should say. LeBron James, quite probable. He should be good to go. It's turned to probable now. About 48 to 52 fantasy points. He's got Luka there. Should be doing good. Franz Wagner against Charlotte, 46 to 50 fantasy point range there. Mid-tier. Lauri Markkanen, about 33 to 35. Denny Avdija at about 32 to 35. And Jaden McDaniels, right around 29 to 33 fantasy point range. And then trying to get down here to find some value at small forward today. And what we've got going on, we are looking here. So I've got Karis LeVert right around 25 to 28 fantasy points. We've got Oscar Thompson against Chicago, about 25 to 28 as well. Then we have Quentin Grimes going up against Brooklyn, about 24 to 28 fantasy point range there. So move to the power forward. We look at the power forward here. We've got Kevin Durant right around 42 to 50 fantasy point range. Depends on the minutes against Houston. We got Pascal here, about 42 to 45. We got Paolo, about 41 to 45 fantasy points. So move down the list a little bit. Right around in this area, we're going to find ourselves a lot of questionable guys that we got to go around. But I'm looking at Bam Adebayo, right around 40 to 44. Naz Reid, right around 40 to 44 as well. And then John Collins against the Lakers, about 39 to 42 fantasy points. And then find some value down right around here, depending on how far down we actually go. Bull going up against Houston. Yesterday, his line was like 12 plus rebounds. I think it was either 10 or 12 plus rebounds. It was like plus 2,500 before the game started. And then he came through. He had 14. So let me know if you guys bet that. I did not bet that, but I mean, the minutes have been there. The fantasy points have been there. He put up 52, so he put up 12, 13 times value. Back-to-back games, he's put up a ton. I think he plays. I think he's good to go. He's obviously going to get the run. So there's a lot to like about that. He's a very cheap option. Whether or not you do power forward, I don't know if he's eligible for center. But Bull got about 28 to 32. Dominating performance last night. Ayu Dosunmu, we got him about 28 to 32. And Royce O'Neal about 28 to 32 range as well. So now let's go to the center position. It is no surprise, but he's at the top. We got Nikola Jokic, 65 to 68 fantasy points. Very expensive, but he is able to get 99 burger. We know that. Karl Anthony Towns, we used Cat last night or yesterday, and he killed it. I think 68 fantasy points. We had about 55 to 58 here. If you want to save about 3,100 to get kind of the same range. If you don't want to pay it for Jokic, you could pay it for Cap. Then we got Victor Wembanyama, about 52 to 55 fantasy points. Now, moving down the list, right in this area, we do have Evan Mobley right around 42 to 44 fantasy points. Kristaps Porzingis right around 40 to 42. And then Walker Kessler right around 38 to 42 as well. And if you do want to pay down, I usually don't, but if you want to, right around in this area here, we got Missy about 32 to 35, Thomas Bryant about 32 to 35, and Raquan Holmes about 30 to 33 fantasy points. Now, these are just some of the projections. If you want to see all of them plus simulations, we do 20,000 a day. You go check out fantasyteamadvice.com. $10 for a week, $30 for a month, $200 for a year. But if you use the promo code MLB is back, all one word, all capital letters, you will get a yearly pass for $99 instead of $100. So it's first come, first serve with those promo codes. So if we do look overall, the biggest value play so far. Now, again, things will change throughout the day. It's a huge slate, so these are early. But Cameron Payne, I like for our top 5 value picks. Cameron Payne, probably number 1 right now, if he gets to start at 3,300. Bull at 4,300 at number 2. Thomas Bryant against Washington at number 3. 4 would be Jordan Goodwin. Now, again, it kind of depends if Luke is going to play much. But Jordan Goodwin at number 4. And then we've got Nick Smith Jr. against Orlando at number 5. These are just some of the value plays. If you want to see more value plays and some core plays for both FanDuel and DraftKings, that it will be in the description of the video in our Discord in the NBA Core channel over there. So, that being said, some of the strategy behind how you pick some of these guys, what games you look at. You want to look at the highest over-unders. You want to look at the spread because, again, if it's a huge spread and you pay up for X, Y, or Z players and then they get sat in the fourth quarter, we might get screwed. So you want to look at implied team total. You want to look at pace of play on top of DVP. A lot of people just used to go with DVP and that was it. That's not where we're at here. So if we're looking at the games that have the highest over-unders currently, we've got the Knicks at the Falcons. The Knicks at the Hawks, 241 over-under, with the Knicks being an 8.5-point favorite. We've got the Pacers and the Wizards, 239.5 over-under, but the Pacers have a 9.5 points favorite spread there. Kings versus the Pelicans, 238 over-under, with the Kings being only a 4.5 point favorite, so it could be pretty close. Let's find some value on the Pels. The Bulls at the Pistons. The Pistons are actually 4.5 point favorite right now with the 237.5 over under. And then we've got the Lakers versus the Jazz. The Lakers being a 7.5 point favorite, a 236.5 over under. So if we look at the top 5 teams that have the highest implied team totals, meaning you want to look at them, you want to look at the over unders. We've got the Cavaliers against the Raptors. Problem is they have a 123.74, but the Cavs are a 13.5 point favorite. The Knicks are number 2 at 123.72. Pacers are number 3 at 123.61. Lakers are number 4 at 121.1. And then the Nuggets are number 5 at 120.61 for implied team total. But again, huge NBA slate. Huge spreads on some of these games. So let's watch the trend throughout the day and see where they're at. So we want to see where they're about 2 hours before tip-off is where we want to look at updated projections, updated simulations, updated Vegas odds, that the injury reports should start rolling out throughout the afternoon, so we should be good to go there. So a lot of things we went over, but now we're going to build you a lineup. Now, again, These are early tournament lineups. These can and most likely will change, but I'm building these for you guys as a starting point, not an end-all be-all. Some people have just copy and pasted these and won a ton of money. Some people have taken these, looked at how we got there, then made a little bit of adjustment. We had that happen right around Christmas time. They hit big, and then they tipped me 500, which was amazing. Not expected, but so much appreciated, especially how much time this takes. But yeah, this is kind of like Bull's going to probably make most of my lineups. I would not be surprised tonight. Yeah, I would not be surprised. So again, this is a tournament-only lineup. Build it out for you from Therese Halliburton all the way down to Jalen Green. You can pause the video and check it out. If you've got questions about it, always let me know in the Discord down below, but also in the comment section here. So I've already built a FanDuel one here. KJ Simpson is there. But again, if you want to go Bull, being center only. So that's the difference. He's center only here. So if we take out Missy, you put in Bull, I don't mind that. Like, you can switch it up a little bit. You saved 400, so now we can go find where do we want to put 400. Do we want to find a different value depending on where we're at, like a Cameron Payne? So you could go like a Cameron Payne there, who's point guard, shooting guard. You save 1,000 there, and this is where we can update once simulations and everything else is through. So we go through there. You want a shooting guard at 8K. So Dyson Daniels, Malik Monk, all the way down. It just depends. I'm going to go with Monk right now. And again, you guys can change these up as you see it, but pause the video and save that lineup. And then for the crazy people that do Yahoo, here's a early lineup there. We got Bryant center. We got Bull technically a center. We got Jokic as a center. KJ Simpson we've saved money on. Thomas Bryant we saved money on, and Bobo we saved money on, and we were able to pay up. Mogbo as well, but we were able to pay up at all the other positions. So any questions, comments, concerns, get those down below. Hopefully you have a great Wednesday. Be on the lookout. Our PGA content is starting to roll out for tomorrow's The Genesis Invitational, so check that out. We'll obviously have basketball tomorrow, and then it is a break, so we will work on MMA for Saturday, NASCAR for Sunday, and we'll hang around there. So again, for people who have been here a while, we did hit 11,000 subscribers, which was awesome. And I mentioned a couple of months ago that I might be starting like a gaming channel because I play Warzone a ton when I have free time, which isn't a lot, but when I do, I play it. I play it off the PS5, and I tried to stream and do a little bit of videos there, but it wasn't able to capture the sound, like the game sound, and I didn't know why. But bought a chat link cable, bought a capture card that plugs in to the PS5 and into my computer, which I'm very excited about. So I'll be starting to do that. I'll have a second channel there. Again, not a ton of you guys said you played, but if there are any ones that would love to just follow me on whenever I get the gaming channel up, obviously help me get partner program so I can get paid for that as well. Anything will help. It's completely free to you guys. It obviously is completely different content than what most of you probably have followed this channel for, but it is something that I'm going to do on the side when I have time. Just a little bit of fun, because why not? I play it so much. If I look in the PlayStation app, not that anyone cares, and not that it's a lot, I guess, but if I look at the PlayStation app and I look at the hours played of Call of Duty, I'm going to take a screenshot right now. And if anyone can guess in this video as one of your comments, one guess per person, how many hours played of Call of Duty since 2020, so Warzone, basically Warzone, I will give a free year to anyone who can guess the correct one. Again, one guess per person. Do not edit your comment. I will check the comments before tomorrow's video and let you guys know if we have it. After that, I will tweet it out after the video to show you guys tomorrow. So, again, we'll have a little bit of fun with it. But yeah, that's all I've got in this video. Hopefully you have a great Wednesday with whatever you're doing. Let's have fun, but let's also bring home some bacon. Peace!